So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Jenni Guyer, and I know God has just done some really awesome things in my life. Did not grow up in a Christian home, but my mom took me to church my whole life. I just grew up with my mom and my sister, so I came from a single parent home. And it's just amazing to see where God brought me out of a situation where a lot of times we think, well, that's kind of hopeless, like maybe she'll never hear about God, but at the same time God had an amazing plan with me not knowing my father, but him becoming my father. And it has just been one of the most amazing experiences in my life. Just growing up and just seeing like that I had that need, I had that void in my life that I was trying to fill with all this other stuff, and yet God, He really had His hand on me. And we went to church from a young age, but it wasn't really like my mom was like into like the whole Christian thing. She just knew I needed to have religion in my life, I guess you would say. And so I actually grew up knowing Laura Williams because we went to the same church. We went to Missionary Alliance Church here in West Olympia, and that was just where God first started planting those seeds in my life. And it wasn't until I was about 15 that I really gave my life to the Lord. I went on a missions trip to Mexico my freshman year of high school, and that is where God just really captured my heart. He showed me just what my life could be with Him, and the way I was living my life was not glorifying Him in any way. And I just wanted to share a scripture with you guys. I can't remember if it was from this missions trip or if it was from one after, but it's in Hebrews chapter 12 verses 1 and 2. And we had to memorize lots of verses then too on going missions trips. So this is verse 1 and 2. Therefore, since we also are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which so easily ensnares us, and let us run with endurance the race that is set before us, looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before Him endured the cross, despising the shame, and sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. That is really one of the scriptures that God has just continually brought up through my life. Just helping me remember just the different things that He's done in my life, and that He is going to give me the endurance to get through it no matter what it is. And it's just been such a great thing to be able to go back and know, okay, He is the author and finisher of my faith. Like, it's not something I have to do on my own. It's not anything that I can attain on my own. But God is really going to work through that. And just a little bit more about myself. Before I was really walking with the Lord, like I got into the wrong crowd of friends and was getting into drugs and alcohol. And yet, even with that, like knowing that God loved me and I was getting involved in those things, He was still calling me. It wasn't like He was trying to push me aside because I was messing up. But He was showing me, is this really what you want to do? Is this really what's going to bring you fulfillment in your life? And that wasn't it. Obviously it wasn't it. That wasn't giving me the pleasure that I wanted. Yeah, for a time, you know, for the little bit of time that it would, but ultimately it would just bring more guilt and condemnation on my life than anything else. And it was from that point on, like once I just really realized that, like having that scripture just implanted in my brain, like remembering those things and being like, okay, God, like you are the author, you're the finisher of my faith, and you're going to get me through this no matter what it is. And it was from that point on that I couldn't deny what God had changed in me. And I don't know, I can't do anything but tell people about Jesus. It's just so exciting to me. Going on overseas missions, just going to Bible school was all I wanted to do after I graduated high school. That's all I wanted to do, because all I wanted to do was tell people about Jesus, and I didn't really know how to do it well. And so I wanted to be equipped, and that's why I went. And then God put me in Peru, and I just fell in love with that culture. I fell in love with just sharing the gospel with people, and just sharing with them, like, look at my life. This is what my life was before I met Jesus, and look at what He's done now, and just the things that He's continuing doing. And He brought me back here, and it's just been such a joy being a part of this youth group, and just continually a part of this church. And yeah, I guess that's all I want to share with you guys. So thank you.